Drunk Monk Podcast. Have a little seat right there. After this, you have to do something that you don't want to. But for now, it's a Drunk Monk Podcast. Okay. Here we are.
Hello.
Hello to you.
Hello.
Fine peoples. We are your hosts for the Drunk Monk Podcast. I am Keiko again.
Who you know from Gilmore Girls?
And this one over here is Will S. Choi.
Who you know from your local improv class.
And we are here a little bit drunk already.
Just a little bit. Just a teensy
little bit. Just a little bit. To talk you through Monk.
Monk? The TV show Monk?
Yes.
Yes, very much so.
What is this episode called?
This episode is episode number 7, season 3.
Yeah, I heard that too. It went like southern. It's okay.
It's okay. We are talking Mr. Monk and the employee of the month.
It is very good episode, this one.
This one is I like a lot.
Yes. Basically, do you want to say what happens in this one? Or should I?
Well, number 1, this episode was directed by Scott Foley.
Oh, yes.
Who you may know from TV shows like Felicity and I think Scandal.
Yes.
Is that right?
I don't know. We should prep for these things more better.
But we did not because we don't care that much.
But that's what happens is some actors, they are like acting, whatever. I am going to become a director or writer.
Right.
Or executive producer.
But this Scott Foley, in this case, became director for one episode.
It is for Employee of the Month.
What happened in this episode is that there's a woman, her name is Edna, and she gets a note from Mr. Donovan, who is, I believe, a manager.
Yes.
The note said that to meet him at the loading dock, and Edna goes, and she ends up being chased by a tractor.
Yes.
A loading tractor? Is that what
a
they're...
forklift,
a forklift?
Otherwise known in this country as forklift.
And she is killed because a bunch of TVs land on her. She is killed by box.
She's killed by box. Well, okay, I'm gonna surrender. But she is killed by many box.
Death by box.
Death by box.
Instantly, she is killed on impact.
She is killed by box. Did you like it, Will S. Choi, who likes gruesome deaths at the beginning of episode. Oh, was it gruesome? Maybe it wasn't gruesome.
No, it was not gruesome.
Oh, sorry.
It was very much
it was a little tense.
To the point. Yeah, it was a little tense. She got stalked by a forklift. And then she died.
Edna.
Yeah, she did nothing wrong.
She did nothing wrong. I'm an Edna. All she did was she was a little bit concerned about trash. She's a little bit overly concerned about doing her job perfectly for attention and recognition. Hey, she worked at, what is it called, Mega Mart, which I'm assuming is a type of Costco. Is movie land.
Less Costco, more Walmart / Target.
Oh, right, sorry, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Such
a store. But she died because... So here's the twist, and we'll get to the plot holes, guys, when it comes to it. She dies, guys. She dies. It's a serious thing. Real serious. She dies because she is Employee of the Month, and the person needs to be Employee of the Month. It's an employee that's working there that kills her, that offs her, because she, Jenny Silverman, I think, needs to be Employee of the Month only for the parking space, because they are what, Will?
The parking space there's a sewer on the parking space, right? Like an entrance to a sewer which is
Right.
connected to the bank that's next door to the Mega Mart, so that her and her accomplices can steal money from the bank.
Right, so that's the overarching thing. It's a bank heist. But then really it has to do with more about fun stuff like Randy's girlfriend, Crystal. Whether or not they should trust the security guard there, Joe Christie, who is an ex-cop, who they all hate because they think that he stole cocaine and that he was the reason why 2 good cops got murdered.
Right.
Not true, though, ends up happening.
Not true. No.
But that's a lot of the tension of this episode is really about that. And about Monk having another job. Is there anything I missed as far as like plot story? I'm sure there are. I mean, we do like the most general version of the wrap up, but kinda, is that what it was about?
Yeah, I think we hit most of the plot points. But yeah, overall, this episode, how'd you feel about it?
Mostly, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
There are the big things that don't make any sense. But there are a lot of things to like about it, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really nice whenever they have a character that shows up from the past. And this guy, this security guard, was actually Monk's partner.
Oh, he was Monk's partner.
Yeah. They don't say how long, but they do say that he was Monk's partner when Trudy passed.
I thought he was just there. I didn't know he was the actual partner.
Yeah, he was Monk's partner. So you get to hear little tidbits of what Monk was like back in the day, and it's very uncomfortable because everyone in the department is shunning him so much at the beginning, and you see that kind of reversal because by the end he's exonerated with Monk's help, and he is given back his badge. He gets that.
He gets reinstated.
Yeah, he gets reinstated. He gets to have his life back.
Mm-hmm.
What other things were there things that you liked about it?
I mean, everything in the store was so fun. There's just a whole montage of him working in the store. It's basically, like, I think the cop, Joe Christie, says, like, Monk is the best employee. And we do see a lot of his craziness come out, or his OCDness come out, because in a store like that, he's dealing with so many different types of people and stuff, so we get to see a lot of that fun side of his OCD come out, and so I think that whole montage of him working was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love seeing Monk do other jobs. There are some really good episodes coming up also of him going quote-unquote undercover to these other jobs, and they're just delicious.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite things is when over the loudspeaker you hear, like, clean up on aisle 7, clean up on aisle 7.
Yeah.
He's like, I call it!
Yeah.
I call it!
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's running across because
Yeah.
he wants to be the one that gets to clean up the spill
So
in
funny.
aisle 7 or whatever aisle it was.
Yeah. If it was any other normal person, it's like,
Oh.
God, I have to, like, take out the mop and, like, wipe it down, and, yeah, it's just a whole mess. But for him, he loves it.
I want to I think I could live with Adrian. Could you live with him? I feel like I could live with him. It would be so clean. I think I would love it.
I would like him to come in and clean once in a while, like as if he was a maid,
Yeah.
but not as a roommate. That would be too tough.
You think the rules would be, he only sleeps like 45 minutes a night.
Yeah, something real unhealthy.
Man, I'm a little more loopy today also because I don't think I've been sleeping a lot lately.
Ooh, I slept a lot last night.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You slept like, what, 10, 12 hours? No, 12 hours?
Yeah, and guys, this isn't that normal for me. I usually sleep around 5 or 6 every night, but then I was so tired last night. I slept at like 9:30 at
That's
night.
pretty early.
That's really early. I couldn't even watch Game of Thrones early.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
What?
I usually stay up on Sundays to watch Game of Thrones, but I was like,
What? I feel like Little John. What?
Okay.
Wow. Did you watch it since? Have you
I
seen it?
watched part of it before we started recording, so I'm like halfway done.
Awkward. Okay.
Yeah, I had to stop for this, guys. You're welcome.
I'm gonna be honest. You're probably only gonna get half of Will's attention this whole
Yeah,
podcast.
Thinking about what's happening on Game of
What's
Thrones.
happening?
I need to watch it. As soon as we stop
Yeah, I know.
recording, I'm like,
Suck
Keiko, get out. I need to watch Game of Thrones.
I understand.
No, I'm just kidding. But There was a lot. I also really like the moment that Monk and Dr. Kroger have in the therapist room.
I know, he's so suspicious. Monk, Tony Shalhoub as Monk, is so suspicious of everything. He immediately suspects that Dr. Kroger is a thief because he sees Dr. Kroger in the store in the Walmart knockoff chewing on a granola bar and putting it back in his pocket. And he's so suspicious that he believes that that is what Dr. Kroger does. That
So
it's so. Are you like that? Are you? Would you be suspicious like that? Would you question your friendship of someone over something like that?
No.
No.
No. If I saw you steal something,
Yeah.
from a store, as innocent as like a granola bar, I would judge you. I'd be like, dude, that's not cool. But I would be like, everyone has their flaws, and I guess this one is kleptomania for you. Have you ever stolen anything?
No, I don't think so. I might have not acknowledged if there was a soda or something that didn't get rung up and I noticed it. I've done that.
Of course.
Where I haven't said that, you've
like,
undercharged
okay.
me.
Yeah.
No, but I haven't outright. Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
I'm way too panicky for that type of thing. But also, Will, I feel like you have a very high tolerance for fucked up things.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, I mean that I just feel like I'm kind of a jerk sometimes. I admit it, guys. I actually came in today. I was like, oh, I gotta apologize to Will because I've been kind of a jerk lately to him, outside of Drunk Monk. And I actually thought about it, and I was like, I was like, say I'm sorry to Will because I've been such a jerk to him lately. But it's like, I was like, okay, at some point I'm going to say, yeah, but then when I did say, I'm sorry, I've been such a jerk, he was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, he did, it wasn't even a thing. It didn't even care. I feel like someone would have to really do something bad to even, show up on your radar.
But the thing is, what you consider being a jerk is not really being a jerk
either,
though.
No, but I think that's you. I really was being a jerk. I think that's you. I think you're like, no, I don't know. It's all good, guys.
Maybe
a little bit. I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah. I think I'm overly sensitive, and you're like, something happened?
Yeah.
Did anything happen? Whatever.
Well, do you think it's a gender thing?
No. Not necessarily, because I do think there are certain guys that are very sensitive too. Right. As far as
of course.
being offended by things. No, that thing I don't think is a gender thing. I think there's a lot of guys that'll be like, hey, call attention to if they've been
wronged in
yes.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna name names because they're gonna get upset because they're that kind of guy.
That's funny.
There's there's lots of things I like about this. It was such a small part of this episode, but I have to say I adore Crystal, which is Randy's girlfriend, that everybody thinks is fake. Because she's gorgeous and she's a wallet model. She's
it seems real fake though. the whole scenario seems real fake.
It does. I mean, I knew it was real because I've seen this episode before, but yeah, so Randy keeps talking about this girlfriend that he has, and nobody believes him because the only picture that he has of her, this is pre-iPhone, guys, is a sample photograph that you get in wallets sometimes. Yeah. So it has, it's not an actual photo of her. And this actually is not true. There is no such thing as a wallet model. You don't specifically model just for inserts into wallet, but that's what he calls her. He calls her a wallet model. I'm sure she's just supposed to be a print model, but because of that, no one believes that she's real because she's really gorgeous and pretty. But at the end, she says, as she's leaving, we see her in the cab. She goes like, "I love you, Randy."
Yeah. So you're saying that a wallet model is not real. So in those, when you buy a picture frame and you see a family, those stock photos. Those are not simply just photo models.
No. I mean, I think that if you're a model, you're a print model.
A print model.
Yeah, there is no such thing as a wallet specific model.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I mean. Okay. But it's just funny. It sounds funny. She's a wallet model. No, is it for a magazine? I can't. I'm strictly a wallet model.
I'm curious though, because when I was younger and when my sisters were younger, taking those like photos where you were like wallet size photos.
Oh, right.
Were really popular.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was a specific look. It was kind of like the glamour shot, but it was like,
Yes.
and you just pass them out to your friends. And all the girls would take those pictures when I was like in junior high and stuff. Like, was that popular
Yes.
when you were younger too, or was that a little bit after your time?
It was very popular. I personally was never that person.
Okay.
I was never that person, but members of my family are. Like, I just got one. I just got a type of thing where they take a bunch and they give you one. My good friend Glenn Surovich, his wonderful family, his daughter, that I got like a soccer shot. Like,
Oh,
she's
okay.
in the soccer. And it's great. It's awesome. She's an amazing kid. But I just got I forget about it. I was never that kind of kid. Yeah.
Yeah, because those are super popular, like in the 90s and like in the early 2000s, but probably not so much anymore.
No, it's not a thing
Ever
anymore.
Since, yeah,
it was.
since
Yeah,
the
I know,
iPhone.
because it was like so dumb. Like, the popular kids would get like those massive packs. There was like an A pack, a C pack, a B pack, and a C pack.
And you would just like hand them out.
Stupid.
But then like the ones, I guess, like where I grew up, it was like a specific look where it was just very blown out, kind of. All you could see are your eyes and your nostrils and your lips, and like everything else was just white.
It's very highlighted.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I remember those. I remember also there was these two girls in junior high.
Mhm.
I want to say like Kim, and I can't remember the other girl. When I think about what that means to me, it's these two girls in particular, and I always remember they would wear pink and white like outfits. And yeah, they symbolized that kind of thing to me.
Right.
Yeah, and I was not. I was
not into it.
No, yeah, I was just not.
The one that I picture in my head and is the most popular is like their head is tilted,
Yes.
their hand is like
Mhm.
underneath their chin, and then there's a reflection underneath.
Yes, I know. There's another picture that I'll mention and never post. It's my high school photo is exactly as the way you described it, with the reflection in that. But it's also I look like I'm 10 years old. I'm like 16, 17 years old. And it's kind of ridiculous. He's dying.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there was plenty of fun stuff in this thing.
The dog chase.
Oh yeah. A dog chasing Adrian.
Yeah.
The fact that his ex-partner saves him from the dog.
Right.
I like that, It tugs at your heartstrings. I love those types of things, especially when someone is misunderstood, He's misunderstood, and everybody has slapped this label on him.
Right.
And this group hatred of someone. That storyline always gets to me.
Yeah. And also the fact that once Monk solves the cocaine case regarding Joe Christie, he gives him a handshake and he doesn't use the wipe. That's a big moment.
As I was watching that, because Monk, as you guys all know who watch Monk, he wipes his hand every time he shakes someone's hand. There are very, very few times in the whole series when he doesn't do it. Maybe when he meets Tondi.
Right.
But even when I feel like he gets a kiss from oh, never mind. Sorry, that's in the future. Sorry.
What?
Not a kiss. It's in the future. But, it's very, very rare that he will not wipe his hands.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. This is an important person from his past, and I love it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we always love when Benji shows up, obviously.
Benji!
Benji!
The best.
And Benji shows up with his friend and tries to treat Monk as a toy, basically. They throw two puzzles. They unload two boxes of puzzles on the table, and Mr. Monk is like a robot trying to fix them. And that also helps, it helps him understand another part of the case in its integral. But I just love that Benji is so fascinated of using Monk's little idiosyncrasies to show off to his friends.
Yeah, it's like entertainment for him and his friends, which is fun.
I'll have to say, I love putting together puzzles. I've done one big one, and it was the last one I did was a long time ago. I was in Hawaii, and there's something really meaningful to me to have any kind of project. Like, I know it's simple, it's a puzzle, but it was a large one, and where every one of my family members kind of help to put it together. So when it's done, you can put it in a frame after a puzzle's done. You don't have to break it apart. And now every time I look at it, it reminds me of that time together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because there are rarely times, I don't know, maybe other people have projects that they do with their family, but there aren't that many that I do with my family. I'm not home anymore. I'm away from my family. So I like that I can look to that and think,
Yeah.
oh, that's something that we did together, even though it's simple.
I kind of have an opposite feeling when it comes to puzzles.
Oh, the puzzles are family.
puzzles.
Like, get the hell away from me.
No. Not that it has anything to do with my family, not really. But one time, for some reason, it's just popping up in my mind, and it's so stupid. But I did this puzzle, and it was a Dragon Ball puzzle. So, I don't know if you know.
Oh, Dragon Ball. Okay.
Dragon Ball. It's an anime. I was obsessed with it when I was a kid. Best anime like ever, right? And I was working on it, and then I think I must have completed it, or I was close to completing it, and it was on my desk. And then one day, I came home from school, and the puzzle was moved.
Oh.
And I guess it was either my sister or someone had taped the front of it.
Oh no!
And then moved it. You know, because you don't want to ruin the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
So taped the front and then moved it elsewhere to clean my desk or something.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that, I was like, dude, what the heck? All right, whatever. And then I started taking off the tape, and then like the you know, like the paint of it came off.
Not gonna
and I was like genuinely so pissed as a child, like so pissed that like someone would ruin my puzzle of Dragon Ball, which is like,
yeah, that's effed up.
yeah. So it's like I have this like I love puzzles, I really do, but I just for some reason that's the first memory I thought of when I thought of puzzle. It's just like an uncomfortable feeling. But yeah, like why does that have to be the first thought I think of when I think of puzzles? But
it's just wrong.
It is wrong, right? You don't do that.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't do that. You can't.
Yeah, well now I know.
Now you know. Plot holes. Thanks, Oren. It's so weird having Oren back.
I know. I'm still like quite not used to it.
It's like do you know what? It's like when I watch movies or TV shows and you're like, "Oh, it's almost too perfect." And you get really nervous that the next scene is going to be like, "Oh, it was a dream." And then they wake up and
or everything just comes crashing down.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, it's like every time Oren his smile is so funny when I talk about it, but yes, I'm talking about you. Like every time Oren is around, I feel like almost like I'm in a frosty version of my own life.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get that. I don't know if you do this in movies.
What?
But like when I'm watching a movie that I've seen before,
yeah,
and you know that plot point is gonna come up where everything is gonna just collapse.
Oh yeah.
Where everything either gets like revealed or like there's always that turning point in the movie where something bad happens.
Yeah.
I think I usually tend to either not pay it, like I don't watch it, or like I fast forward it.
You like mentally check out. You're like, oh,
yeah, I'm
not going to engage. I'm not going to get invested. I've been tricked once. Trick me once. Fools on me. Trick me twice. I don't know. No, that's not right. It's the opposite. Trick me twice. Fools on me. That's not it either. But it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Wait, what is the quote?
I don't know.
Fool me once. Shame on me.
You. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Yes, that's it.
Fool me thrice.
I'm a fool.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But I just always go, I don't want to feel that way.
Wow. Do you not like to feel?
Yeah, that's why I have a high tolerance to shitty feelings and when people are mean to me.
Okay, I have a question for that because it's like, here's probably the reason why I got into acting and all this performance stuff way back when I was 10. Like, as a kid, I was kind of too much. I felt too much. I had too much crap going on in my brain and my heart and my gut. I was just over spilling.
Right.
And so, like, acting was a place for me to put all that stuff and not be crazy.
Oh.
So is it for you when you perform or do these other things? Is it because in your life you're dead and you don't feel anything that you're like, oh, on stage I can let myself feel an emotion? Is that what it is?
That's exactly it.
Oh my god. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So plot holes.
Plot holes.
I got a big one. I got a big ass
Oh wait,
one.
then let's save that to the end. Let's take care of
go
all the
ahead.
small ones. I don't know if this is a plot hole, but what did the stamps have to do with anything?
Oh, so the stamps. Part of what we find out is that the girl Edna Carruthers, which was the employee of the month, they were trying to get her out of being employee of the month. Part of their plan before they killed her.
Okay, so they wrote different letters.
Yeah, it was supposed to be from 3 different people, complaint letters about Edna so that she wouldn't be employee of the month before they actually ended up killing her.
Got it.
And then Monk realized that they were all part of the same sample.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't quite.
Oh, okay.
I think I missed that.
Yeah.
A plot hole that I have is when Monk was hired to work at the store, wouldn't Mr. Donovan had known that?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, because Mr. Donovan is the manager.
Store manager.
He knew that Monk was there in the capacity of being a police officer. Maybe he wasn't paying attention. He theoretically didn't call him because a security guard called him. But it is a little bit thin that he wouldn't remember him. Because, you know.
I mean, because when you get hired in a store, it's not like you
Yeah.
can just show up and be like, hey, I am working here now. Like, there's paperwork,
Yes.
there's all of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
you're right.
So, and it would go through a manager and not a policeman.
You're right.
Yeah,
Because there is one part where Mr. Donovan says, like, who is that guy?
Yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't know.
That doesn't make sense. Oh, did you like the Lysol product placement
Oh, of course.
again?
Again.
Lysol.
Lysol. Well, I mean, the whole store was.
It's
product.
all Lysol. It's an only Lysol store.
Yeah, it was,
I'll say like a little plot hole is Monk made 3 jokes.
He did. I wrote that down too.
3 jokes in this episode. Sarcasm twice, and then an outright joke. No. All 3. I think all 3 were kind of sarcastic.
Yeah, he's
Jokes.
like, one of them was like, she did it to get the mug.
Right.
Yeah, and then he was like, really? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one was Sharona says she's only been getting the Science Channel, and she's been watching the moon landing over and over. And he says, yeah, what could be more dumb than the conquest of space? That's total sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Monk getting sarcastic? Yeah, and then the plaque, he goes, or the frame with the picture, and he says, I'd kill someone not to get it. Sarcasm. What the heck? All right, that's a Monk listeners.
Yeah, I mean, real thin ice on that one.
All right. Do you use sarcasm as a defense ever? Well, I guess that's a strange question because I think we all do.
Yeah.
But to what extent do you?
Well, I mean, that's more of a question for you. Do you think I'm sarcastic?
Not overly so.
Not overly so.
Not overly so.
I wouldn't say that.
Can I tell you something that I do find it challenging sometimes because we're in the comedy community, especially with all improv and things like that. I do find it challenging sometimes when people are always on.
Oh, yeah.
Especially online. I feel like there are sometimes when people have an online personality where everything is a joke and everything is sarcastic and everything is a bit. I love bits, but I don't know. I what do you think about it? Is it just me?
No, I agree with you too. Because I would say both of us, even though we are in the comedy community, we're not on all the time. Like, it's in social settings and stuff. We're just normal, I would say. But there are some people who are just constantly, like, I mean, there's just a lot of people where I can't even tell if they're sarcastic or they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Or just go, oh, okay. I'm just like, all right. And I just kind of walk away.
Hey guys, here's a hint. When Will's voice gets real high, like, oh, okay.
That means I have no idea
what the fuck you were talking about.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Like, especially, it happens a lot in, like bar settings where people are talking and it's really loud. So, number one, I can barely hear you. And then number 2, if they're being sarcastic or not, I just go, oh, yeah, and I laugh and I walk away.
Can I get to the main thing now, though?
Yeah.
The main plot hole.
Yeah.
There is no manhole cover the whole thing in this is that supposedly this employee parking spot is over a manhole cover where
Where the Ninja Turtles are gonna pop out, right?
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, the Ninja Turtle. Yeah. So the idea is that the killers, they park a van over this manhole cover and nobody notices that, because there's a space below, where the asphalt is and the bottom of the van, where you could totally see if someone was going in and out of that. It would look real fucked up.
Of course.
And pulling dirt out by the truck,
How does that even make sense? Like, they put it in bags and they lifted it up into the...
It doesn't. That part doesn't. That's the only thing I do not like about this.
So they're digging through the dirt to hit the ground of the bank?
I guess.
But, like, aren't sewers already, like, made up with, like... I mean, I've never been in the sewer before, so I don't know, but, like, I'm assuming the lining of the sewer, it's all concrete.
Yeah. Well, maybe because where they actually had to get to in the vault, they don't really talk about this, but I'm trying to assume, like, even if the sewer did go to some section of the bank, it probably didn't go to where they needed it to go, because a vault isn't going to need a sewer attachment. So maybe it goes to like a bathroom section of the bank, but not the area where it would need something. But that doesn't. And hey, I love you, locations department on Monk. I know it's a hard job. Heck, I couldn't do it, but it might have helped if the spot that they're talking about was a little out of the way. It's so right in the middle of everything that anyone would be able to see. Maybe if it was tucked in a corner somewhere,
like
where
not
it was a
the very
little
first
bit
spot of the store.
All right, I have one more. What do you have? I'll stop for a second.
Okay, I guess mine is like, I know that they sell guns in like Walmarts and stuff, but like that's like in the Midwest, right? That's not in San Francisco. I don't think that happens.
I don't know, but it's just wrong. Because Monk basically does something very illegal.
He does something really illegal. Yeah.
Very illegal, which is basically he pulls a gun and ammunition from someone. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it because it crosses the line and they don't really address it.
Yeah.
Because they want to give the security cop a kind of a hero moment. But it's not right, because what he does is he shoots a live round of ammunition across the parking lot to hit the tire of a van leaving with money.
It's not even like a handgun either. It's like
it's a rifle.
Yeah.
And it's money. It's no one's life is in danger. There is absolutely no reason why you should shoot a live round because someone's leaving with property. Right? Am I wrong? Unless someone's life is in danger, do not shoot off a live round in a parking lot full of life.
I feel like it would have just made more sense if the security cop had a handgun.
Oh, yeah,
Less so because I don't think all security cops have guns.
Right, but that whole thing with Monk getting, I don't know if it was supposed to be funny or something. It just made me feel real weird.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because they needed it to be a rifle, but I don't think that was that important.
No.
It could have been just a gun, right?
Gun, yeah. I don't think security guards have guns, but...
Yeah, maybe they don't.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been less of a problem. That would have been less of a plot hole than...
Yeah, it felt real weird.
This. Yeah. But overall, still a good episode.
Yeah, I gotta say, because I liked all of the people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ronnie and Morris were very fun. They were just so dumb and stupid. They kind of reminded me of in Parks and Rec. The animal control guys, Colton Dunn and
right.
Harris Whittles.
Well, and then Colton Dunn, who was in
Superstore,
which is kind of like a version of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, even with the little vests that they have to wear.
Yeah.
Superstore, which is super funny.
Yeah.
And in that show, Asian representation.
Yeah, 2 Asian people.
Two.
Yeah. The 2 Asian people are Nico Santos and Nicole Bloom.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a great show.
It's so funny.
I wonder if there's a podcast on that show.
I'm sure there is one / will be one.
Yeah, it's such a fun show.
It's great.
So you know how they did the 1 month later in this episode?
Oh yeah,
I think this is the first time they've done that.
yeah. They did a time jump.
Yeah, they did a time jump, and was that because Monk had been working at that place for a month?
Well, they did the 1 month later before he started working at that place.
Yeah.
Between the time that they were working on the case and before he put together the whole stamp thing.
Yeah.
I don't
So
exactly know
was it
why they
necessary?
needed it to be a jump in time.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it seemed unnecessary.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I mean, only it's real thin of why they would want to do that. Only maybe to make it feel more like the security guard didn't have any support, that it was a real thin thread.
Yeah, it just would have made more sense if it was, he had been working there for already a month.
Yeah.
But then that's not the case in this episode.
Yeah, well, both. I mean, they do that 1 month time jump, and then when he starts working there, he does work there for a month because they have to show that she is employee of the month again the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of weird.
It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you think are plot holes? Plot holes.
Nope. How crazy was Monk this episode? Out of 10, forklifts. Out of 10,
What did you call them earlier?
loading tractors.
Out of 10 loading tractors. Out of 10 loading tractors, how crazy was Monk this episode? You know, those loading tractors.
Oh, man. I went to college. He did have a lot of crazy little, like I said, OCD moments, but I felt like it got canceled out by his not having to use the wipe is a big moment.
Yes.
I feel like it balanced out pretty well for me. I don't know.
Because I think some of the crazy things were he had to pop all the bubbles, which is one of my favorite things ever. So he finds his roll of bubble wrap, and he has to pop them, and then Stottlemyre comes over and he helps out, and he gets like 2 other deputies to come out and pop because Monk has to do it. That's probably the craziest thing. And then the jigsaw puzzle is like a fun crazy.
The only time where it felt like it was hindering him was like the time where the Doberman is chasing him and he sees that one basket that's out of place, I guess, and so he feels the need. He's in danger, but he feels the need to put it back into the slot.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything else was kind of like all fun store stuff. Like he doesn't want to touch anyone's feet, so he uses that thing to kind of measure.
Yeah, that was cute. Yeah, he uses one of those gripper things.
Yeah, and like
Okay, this is a total tangent, and a short one. But Tony Shalhoub's brother in real life created a catcher for dogs' poop that is on a stick.
Okay.
Where it's on a long stick and it has one of those levers, and you put it under your dog's butt, and then the dog poops in it.
Okay.
And it has like individual bags in there, and then you just close it up and you just toss it without ever having to get your hands near it.
Wow. Was that
kind of interesting?
Made while he was doing Monk, or was it?
I don't know if it was after or not. I think it was near. If it's not while the show was on, it wasn't too long after.
How do you know this?
Because I saw him. Tony Shalhoub talked about it.
Oh.
Yeah, and we'll figure out the name of it and post it somewhere. But yeah. Any other crazy or what's your label? What's your number?
I don't know, because also he was sarcastic too, which makes me feel like he was normal. I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
I'm gonna shock you. I'm gonna give him a 4. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks, Oren. A 4.
A 4.
I'm gonna give him a 4.
Really?
Because my normal balance is 6.
Yeah.
And he was a little crazy, but he didn't wipe his hands. He made 3 jokes,
Mhm.
and he was playing with the carts in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's right.
He was
having
playing with
fun.
them, unprovoked.
Oh.
And those were like major pluses.
Yeah.
I broke it. I broke my
broke it.
6 rule because
Yeah.
of those.
I mean, I chose 6.5 because I figured you were gonna give him a 6, and I was like, yeah.
Right. No, I know.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's that.
That's that.
Rules are broken every day here at DMPC.
Wow. I feel like it's a big deal.
I know, it is a kind of a big deal. Well, Orrin wrote a song on the spot about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel so shocked.
I know, you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say at all, except remember,
Be safe.
because it's a jungle out there. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Drunk Bunk Podcast. We'd love to hear from you guys, so please rate